Check, check, check. Hey everyone. Be on in just a minute. Got a lot of cloud cover, as you can see. We're just barely getting through the clouds. See it? Very thick haze. So right now I'm just trying to get focused in on the moon best we can, but we've had a lot of activity in the sky today. A lot. I'll show you here in just a minute. I can get through the haze to the moon, but I don't know how good of an eclipse we're going to see. But I did promise a live stream, so here we are. And this is so far where we're at. Obviously, the eclipse, full eclipse, isn't for another couple of hours. And maybe by then, a lot of this overcast will clear out, but it is extremely overcast. We wouldn't be making it through the clouds if we didn't have a telescope. And this is obscured. I mean, that's actually focused. That's how thick the overcast is. And I'm not calling them clouds. It's very overcast. It's been like that since this morning. All day. All day long. That was around 1 o'clock. The eclipse won't start for another hour. Right now we're just looking through the haze at the moon. We're pretty much on the surface of the moon. I'm up really tight trying to get through the clouds. I'll transition back over to the moon. The full eclipse won't be for yet another couple of hours. But I wanted to start the live stream early so we could at least take a look at the moon. Maybe get a peek at the Chinese rover that's up there, growing some flowers and looking for water. Actually, we can't see it because it's on the backside of the moon. But yeah, it's very overcast, guys. Very overcast. Can barely see the moon. We can see the features with the telescope. We can see the features with the telescope. So hang in there. If you're not doing anything, stick around. I don't know how good this is going to be because, again, it's very overcast. Can barely see the moon. We wouldn't be seeing the moon if it wasn't for the scope. And the weather's been really good here all day. The weather's been decent. The sun felt really hot today, though. It was only about 68 degrees, but the sun felt very, very warm. But a decent day. Wasn't too bad. Boy, the sky is thick. Very thick. Here it comes. If the sky clears in the morning, I might get up and try to take a peek at Jupiter and Venus in the southeast sky. If it's not like this. Hopefully this will clear out. And that's what I'm hoping for, guys. I'm hoping this will clear out within the next hour or two. And we'll have a much better look at the moon and the color change when the eclipse starts and all of that. But I don't know. It's very, very overcast. But that's the way it goes. It happens. Circumstances beyond my control. You can see how dark the moon looks now. It's going through some thick clouds. Very thick clouds right now. It'll come back, I think. Unbelievable. Here it comes. If it wasn't for the scope, we wouldn't be able to see anything. I appreciate you stopping by, guys. I don't see the chat room right now. I'm just keeping my eye on this scope and the position of the scope, because we're going through some thick spots, some thin spots. Right now it's a very thick layer of something up there. If it was a crystal clear night, we would have an exceptional view of the moon. We really and truly would. we'll do this again, and hopefully it'll clear out tonight. But if not, we'll do it again on a clear night. And I'll go in even tighter onto the surface of the moon. And this is in real time. But tomorrow, if the skies are clear, we'll take a peek at Jupiter and Venus, since they're hanging out together over in the southeast sky. I think they were at conjunction this morning. So we'll get them both in the morning if the skies are clear. That's why I was emphasizing earlier in the week that all of this is always dependent on the sky conditions. Could have a thick haze like we've got today. Could have clouds. Could have rain. You just never know. But the total eclipse totality won't be for another couple of hours. Hour and a half. Start to see the moon go dim, and then it will go orange. And you never know. It depends on the particulates in the atmosphere. Could be a very, very dark orange. Could be a light orange, almost the color of an orange. It could be very, very red. Depends on the atmosphere. Now we're in kind of a clearing. Not completely clear, but it's much clearer than we were before. But it's by no means clear at all. Very thick haze in the sky. If it wasn't for the haze, we'd have a nice clear picture of those craters. And guys, the reason I have the secondary window only a fourth of the window down there at the bottom on the lower right-hand side, I had someone ask me the other day why I had it so small. If I had it the full size of the screen, you wouldn't be able to see anything in the background. So that's why it's only a fourth of the screen. It's just an insert. It's not supposed to be the whole screen. See the clouds coming through there again? There's a little delay, but you're going to see the clouds go right in front of the moon. And they are thick. Wow. Still coming. Amazing. See them rolling in front of the moonlight? Look at that. Wow. Some of you probably got a much better view than I do. But I'm optimistic. I'm hoping this clears out in the next hour or so. It very well could. But we'll have to wait and see. We'll give it a try. I'm not going to give up. I'm not a quitter. But our view is definitely impaired tonight. Wow. It's kind of cool, too. Years ago, I was looking at the moon. In fact, it was during the day. And I saw an object. This was back, oh my gosh, 2009. I was looking at the moon in the middle of the afternoon. Maybe it was late morning. And I saw an object at the moon was in the southeastern sky, high in the southeastern sky. And it was a half moon. And something came around the moon in broad daylight, and I could see it from ground level with the scope. It was shaped like a box. It was square. And coming out of the bottom of that box was a blue flame. Never seen anything like it and wasn't expecting to see that. All I was doing was looking at the moon like we're doing now. And it was metallic, actually shiny metallic, almost silver. And it was a square box. At least that's all I could tell from down here on Earth. But it did have a very distinct blue flame that came out of the bottom in the shape of a diamond. When it turned on, the blue flame was like maybe 5 times I saw the blue flame. Saw the object for a grand total of maybe 15 seconds. Looked like it was orbiting the moon. And I don't think I was supposed to have seen it, but I just happened to be looking at the moon at the right time. And again, I wasn't looking for anything. I was just looking at the surface of the moon, that's all. That was, wow, 2019. That was 10 years ago. 10 years ago. So once again, guys, we are out here in southeast Phoenix, Arizona, where we have heavy haze is what I'm calling it. And the view of the moon, you can see, is highly obscured by this haze. And the only reason we can even see any of these features is because of the telescope. But I'm hoping that this will clear out. I'm staying optimistic. Because if it doesn't clear out, then chances are we won't see a very good eclipse at all, if any. But you never know. We're hoping that it clears out. But in the morning, what I'm going to do is we're going to take a peek at Venus and Jupiter. They're hanging out in the southeastern sky early in the morning around 4:30 a.m. they start to climb up over the horizon. By 5 o'clock in the southeast horizon, east-southeast, you can see Venus and Jupiter hanging out. So tomorrow, again, weather permitting, if it's like this, I'm not going to even attempt. I'll wait for another clear day. But if it's nice and clear, like it was this morning at 4:30, it was crystal clear outside. There wasn't a cloud in the sky. And when I looked out the window, I could see Venus and Jupiter. If I'm not mistaken, they were in conjunction. So I have a good view of Venus and Jupiter if the sky will allow us to see them. And we'll look at them tomorrow through the scope. And we'll do it in real time. And I'll record tomorrow, so that way if you don't see it, you can watch it later on the YouTube channel. We'll do it more than once. But if it's a nice clear morning, I'll get a decent view of Venus and Jupiter through this device. Going through some semi-heavy haze again. Wow. Unbelievable. Yeah, I still remember that that day. I think it was in early spring or late spring. I think it was in March. I saw that object. Could have been a satellite just orbiting the moon, but it looked like a square metallic box with a blue flame that wasn't a constant flame. It just emitted a blue flame maybe 5 times the whole time I saw it, for a grand total of about 15 seconds. So I don't know if the flame was some sort of a propellant that moved this thing, some sort of a orbiting satellite. I don't know. Had never seen anything like it, and have never seen anything like it to this day. And wasn't looking for it. Boy, we have got some heavy-duty haze right now. I can barely get the moonlight. Unbelievable. And guys, at 4:30 this morning, it was crystal clear. You could see every star, or all the stars that we can see out here behind the light pollution. But usually it's not too bad. We have a pretty good view of the sky. But there were no haze, no clouds of any kind this morning. It's perfect. But right now the moon is almost completely blocked. Incredible. So will it clear out? Boy, I don't know, guys. It might. And the reason I was optimistic is because earlier I could see a couple of stars in the sky above me. So I'm like, okay, we might have a chance for this to clear out. It came on pretty quickly. It could leave pretty quickly. So we have to wait and see. In the meantime, I'll tell stories. I don't have the chat on. I can't see it because I have to keep my eye constantly on this telescope. So I apologize for that. I enjoy mingling in the chat room with you guys. You guys are very kind. So please accept my apology. I have to keep this telescope on what moon we can see. Wow, there's a ton of haze in the sky. I hope you guys have a better view than I do. At least get some good pictures. See those moving in front of the moon right there? Look at that. Looks like a chimney Smokestack, look at that. Oh my. Okay, now we might be getting into a clear, or at least a momentary clear spot. It's clearing up a little bit. Alrighty. Wonder how the Chinese spacecraft is doing on the backside of the moon. Boy, wouldn't that be interesting? Wow. First time ever. Now, the Apollo missions flew over the backside of the moon, but I don't believe we ever landed. First time for that. It's clearing out momentarily. You're going to see a cloud right there go in front of it, and then another one right behind this one. Yep, there goes one. And there's another one behind this one. There's my controller. I gotta keep a close eye on this thing. Maybe a momentary opening. Nope, here comes some more clouds. Watch. See them? There they go. This is going to cover it completely. They're not going to last long. Right on. Coming in from both directions. Got haze coming in from the south. And now I've got some coming in from the north, actually. It's almost moving west to east. It's weird. See it? You can see it moving across the screen. Okay, it should clear out here at least a little better. There we go. Sorry guys, I was hoping for a much better view than this. But I'm remaining optimistic. It could clear out because it came on, well, it's been an all-day event, but it came on pretty quick. Boy, there's some thick haze up there right now. My goodness. Okay, clearing out a little, not too much. But what's about to go in front of the moon is coming in from the north now. The north-northwest. What just went in front of the moon came in from the south. So it's coming in from different directions. which is kind of unique, huh? Oh well, all we can do is try. This is something I love to do. I love to look at the moon. I'm going to start checking out Jupiter and Venus. Try to get some decent recordings. It's hard to record Venus, especially with a camcorder with a strong zoom. You may be able to zoom in on it, but the light is impossible for the device to manage. So it becomes extremely blurry, and it looks like a biological cell underneath a scope, because it gets so out of focus. But now with this, it shouldn't get out of focus. We should be able to see a pretty good view of Venus and Jupiter and Jupiter's moons, or at least some of Jupiter's moons. And supposedly the big red spot on the moon, or Jupiter, but we'll see. Clouds coming in now from the south. Crazy. Crazy. A little bit of clearing. $7:50. It's almost 8 o'clock. The eclipse is going to start. We'll start to see a shadow go across the moon here, I think around 8:30 or so. That's when it will begin. And the whole process takes a couple of hours, which under these conditions, I don't think that will continue for the whole 2 hours. I mean, if we had a crystal clear view, absolutely. But as long as there's this thick haze, we'll see what we can see. That's all I can do, guys. And again, I apologize. I was hoping for clear skies, but it just doesn't always work out that way. That's just the way it goes sometimes. If it was up to me, they would have been crystal clear. But that's okay. Here it comes. Cold out here. Got more clouds coming in. Not too bad, though. Yeah, when I first came out, I could see a few stars. That's why I was optimistic, and I'm still optimistic. It could clear out. But I don't think it's going to clear out 100%. Definitely going to have a thick haze in the way. No doubt about it. It's already 8 o'clock Mountain Time, 10 o'clock Eastern Time, so it'll be starting here soon, but the whole process takes well over an hour to reach totality. And I'm not sure how good we'll be able to see totality under these conditions because they're certainly not ideal. Now, last year had ideal conditions. Absolutely ideal conditions. In fact, let's see here. Last year, but no such luck. Yeah, I was hoping for those types of conditions. But that's okay. That's okay. Maybe it'll clear out and we'll have the best view on Earth. Wouldn't that be great? That's why I try to remain optimistic, you know? Try to look at the glass as half full instead of half empty. I do try. But I gotta admit, I'm a little bummed. I look forward to these things. Been looking forward to it for months. Why couldn't it be cloudy tomorrow night instead of tonight, you know? Oh, well, nothing we can do about it. Like I said, tomorrow morning we're going to zip in on Venus and Jupiter. Not at the same time, but we're going to do it in the same hour. Going to get on Venus for about 20 minutes and Jupiter for about 20 minutes before the sun starts to come up. So I'll have an hour to try to get both planets. And I'm going to record tomorrow, so I'll play them back on the YouTube channel later. But we'll get a good look at Venus and a good look at Jupiter if conditions are better than they are now. And guys, again, I apologize. I can't see the chat right now because I'm monitoring this thing here. I have to do this myself because it's definitely not dialed in right now under these conditions. Can't see any stars. So I have to do this manually. So I apologize. I enjoy being in the chat room. Thank you all for being here. Just heard a helicopter go by, I think. You know what? This is almost. No. This is almost turning into a fog. Yeah, there goes the helicopter over there. Honestly, this is turning into almost a fog. It's no longer up in the atmosphere. It's starting to get down here at ground level. What's going on here? I don't remember fog being in the forecast. A London fog. A Phoenix fog. Wow. So is it starting to snow up in the upper northeast? Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, New Hampshire, New Jersey. Somebody over there. Wow, guys, it's getting thicker. No joke. It's even coming down here to ground level. This is nuts. And you would know on all nights of the only lunar eclipse of the year. I mean, really? It might thin out here, guys. It might thin out just for a second. We'll take it, though. Maybe longer. Maybe longer. It is starting to thin out, at least up there momentarily. I don't know how long it's going to last. They kind of come and go. But it's almost like it's starting to get down to ground level. It's kind of getting damp down here on the ground level. A little, not too much, but got more clouds coming in. Coming in from the south and from the west-northwest. It's weird. Almost 8:10. If we can see it, the shadowing will begin here soon. But I don't know how well we're going to be able to see it, guys. And I apologize for that. I'm staying zoomed in now so we'll have something to see. Oh, there went something right there. Did you see that? What was that? Must have been a bird. Something just nosedived in front of the moon. Left a black streak. Maybe it was a bird. I don't know. Maybe it was a cloud. Saw something move quick. Don't know. There you go. Here's a different look. See the clouds moving in again. Boy, that moon is almost completely covered where it's not even visible. And it's not from the eclipse. It's from the clouds. Or the haze. Guys, I'm going to keep the camera rolling, but I've got to run in and go to the bathroom real quick. Here's what I'm going to do. Put it right there, and I will be right back. right, thank you. Thank you, guys. Here we go. Back to the moon. There it is. Sorry about that. There we go. Conditions are the same. See those clouds roll through right there? They come through in thick waves. Right now, it's one of those moments. Can't even see any stars anymore. I saw stars when it first began, but they're all gone now. Well, starting to get cloudy again. It's honestly getting foggy down here at ground level. Absolutely nuts. What do we got coming up here? More clouds. Darn it. Look at those clouds. It's getting cloudier. It's getting thicker. I think it's about to disappear. What's going on over there? There's no need for all that. We want to see the eclipse. Here comes some clouds. Watch. You're going to see them go through right there. See them? There they go. That was a thin row. There's more behind those. In fact, some thicker ones coming. I don't know, guys. I thought maybe this might clear out by the time we at least started the eclipse, but I don't think it's going to. And it's going to completely impair our viewing ability. So I'm probably going to, because it's actually starting to get moist. It's getting damp down here at ground level. And I've got my equipment, my laptop sitting out here. I don't think it's a good idea for my laptop to be sitting out here in fog. So I'm probably going to wind this up here pretty quickly because it is getting damp out here, and I don't want, this is my only laptop I use for work. So I'm going to wrap this up in about 10 minutes. And again, I apologize for these unfavorable viewing conditions. The one and only of all year 2019. It had to be cloudy in southeast Phoenix. Hopefully it wasn't in your area. And I hope you had a wonderful experience. I was trying to give you guys a close-up look at this eclipse, but unfortunately it's going to be interfered with by this lovely thick haze that we have that's coming down to ground level. You can see there's more clouds now moving in front of the moon. What a bummer. And as we're getting closer to the beginning of the eclipse, the more clouds we're getting. Yeah, guys, there's no way we're going to be able to see it. It's getting cloudier. Look at them. You can see the clouds rolling through in big waves now. What a bummer. Oh well. Here's what we're going to do, guys. It is starting to get moist out here, at least at ground level. I don't want to take any chances with my laptop or any of my equipment, really. So I'm going to stop the live stream here in about 5 minutes. I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping by, at least. And we did get a peek at the moon. Saw some craters. Wish it could have been better. Again, I apologize. We'll do it again on a clear night, even though there won't be another lunar eclipse this year. We'll take some close-ups of the moon, get a good look at some of these craters. We're going to look at Jupiter and Venus tomorrow if the viewing conditions are permissible. But right now, honestly, it's getting foggier. It's almost like a fog. It's really weird. And the clouds in the sky are getting thicker in front of the moon. So I don't even think I'm going to be able to see the eclipse, let alone even with the telescope. I'm not going to be able to see it at all. So that is a big bummer. But that's the way it goes. So guys, I'm going to get this equipment inside because it is getting damp out here. Again, I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping by. I greatly appreciate it. Big thumbs up to everyone. I apologize. Wish the viewing conditions would have been better. But we're going to try to take a look at Venus and Jupiter tomorrow morning if the conditions are good. I will record that event as well so we can play it back on YouTube. This event I did not record because it's just not real optimal. The viewing conditions just aren't that great. If they were prime viewing conditions, I would have recorded this as well as looked at it in real time. This is in real time. But I'll play the video back on YouTube. Oh, there went something right there. Did you see that? That was a fast cloud or a very large bird. See some interesting stuff. All right, guys, it's starting to get a little damp down here, and I don't want to leave this equipment outside. So thanks for stopping by. Once again, I greatly appreciate everybody coming over. I'm sorry that the conditions are very cloudy, but it's almost like a real thick haze, and it's getting down here at ground level, and I don't want it to get into my computer. So I'm going to stop the live stream here. Thanks for stopping by. We'll do this again many times. This is fun. I enjoy doing this. Look forward to doing it on a clear night when we have no clouds or anything in the way. And like I said, in the morning, if conditions are favorable, we're going to take a look at Venus and Jupiter. It's going to be very, very early, and I'll do a live stream. And if you want to watch it later, it will be recorded and uploaded to YouTube. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for stopping by. I greatly appreciate your time. And the chat room donations are greatly appreciated. So I'll see you next time, guys. Enjoy the eclipse if you can see it. And send me a picture if you get a good picture of it, because it doesn't look like I'm going to get one. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.